I am the Zodiac Killer. So, well, that's the thing, right? If you've been watching my videos, you'll know that I've been saying I'm God. Okay? I was born on November the 14th, 1987. I'm currently 36 years old. You know, well, 3 6s, that's 666. Yeah. 14th of November, it's the same day that King Charles III, he was born. Yeah. My dad was called Charlie. Yeah. Today is Halloween day. It's the 31st of October. Some people would call it Halloween. 7:13 in the morning. I just got out of bed. So I've been piecing things together. It's been a bit of a puzzle. So this is a bit personal, right? This, when I talk about, I have to identify my enemies, and I have to I'm in a magic war. Okay, so in my last video I said that I am Raphael. Okay, so there's a name, Raphael. Okay, and he's my enemy. Okay, he's trying to be me. So let me tell you a story. When I was 5 years old, I went to New Orleans in the United States of America. I was born in Scotland, and I've lived in England my entire life. And of course, I've been on holiday, so I was alive when I went to those countries as well, I suppose. But, yeah. So when I was 5 years old, I went to New Orleans, and there was on my mum's side, my biological mum, right? Her auntie my mum's mum, her sister, who's called Jennifer, came from. So her name would have been Jennifer Goddard. And she went to the United States of America. She was with a man called Michael. I don't know what his surname was. I can't remember. They had a son together called Christopher. That's interesting, isn't it? Because, in the New Testament, it talks about, I was Jesus, and I said, I led the example. I said, call God Father. Right? And don't use that name for anybody else, right? Don't use the same name for God for somebody else. Okay? And I said that if you have seen me, you have seen the Father. Okay? I am God. I'm Jesus. I'm God. I'm the Holy Spirit, I suppose. Yeah, that would make sense, and that needs another explanation as well, because there's more trickery that's been done there as well. Because you know what a hoe is, yeah? A hoe. Yeah. I'll get to that in a minute. And you know what a hole is, yeah? You know what a hole is, yeah? Well, obviously people don't know the difference, do they? They don't know the difference between whole and holy, do they? They don't. Strangely. But anyway, so I went to New Orleans when I was 5 years old, and I met my second cousin, because he was the cousin of my biological mum. She's dead now. Yeah, she died of cancer. She's a very evil bitch. Witch. Very evil. Very, very evil. Okay? That's not a joke. It took me years to really figure out what she was all about. Very sneaky. Yeah, she always liked her cousin Christopher. She was always, yeah, she did. Yeah, I would even say she probably fancied him, I think. Anyway. I remember being at his house, well, his parents' house. I always remember, you know, the only thing I could, well, I don't remember a lot because I was 5 years old, but I remember him holding me upside down by my foot. You know, like in the Hanged Man card. I suppose this is quite a common thing for kids, isn't it, really? But the, actually I used the Aleister Crowley deck. Whatever, right? But that's the thing, you know, he held me upside down by my foot. You know, he was about 16 years old, I was about 5 years old. Here, look. Oop. Let's do this quickly. Hang on. Where the heck? Come on. Oh, here it is. Okay. So, you know, that's the Hanged Man card in the Thoth Tarot deck. It says the Hanging Man. Okay? And that's the thing, you know, he hung me upside down by my foot. Okay? And he was born on Christmas Day, by the way. Yeah? And he died on Christmas Day. Yeah? Capricorn. Associated with the Devil card in the Tarot deck. So, he held me upside down by my foot. Now, that's the thing, right? Because this card is identified with sacrifice. And obviously, I'm God, I died on the cross. And this is associated with, the title for this card is the Spirit of the Mighty Waters. Okay, so that's a water magic power thing, yeah? You know, these are all the pieces that need, you know, I have to bring all these pieces together to explain. Now, and there's some really interesting information to be found here, right? You know, well, I'll keep going, okay? So, and you know, that's the thing, I remember playing with him on his, what did he have, like a Commodore or like a Master System? He had some sort of game console. Amiga, maybe, I can't remember. But anyway, we played, I think I played Double Dragon with him. We played the game Double Dragon. And he gave me a bunch of comics. But, you know, I didn't really like him that. You know, I don't know. You know, I think he didn't like me. I didn't like him. You know, he didn't want to spend any, you know, I mean, he just saw me as some just annoying little 5-year-old kid. Yeah. And, but then again, you know, I don't really remember a lot what happened back then. Because I was 5 years old. You know, I remember watching Terminator 2 Judgment Day at his house. You know, obviously I wasn't supposed to watch it. That was illegal. Yeah, I suppose you could say. But whatever, right? You know, I watched lots of horror films when I was a kid. When I was a little kid, my favourite films to watch were horror films. And action films. So I was always watching stuff I shouldn't really have been watching, but I did. Because I was allowed to. Anyways, what happened was, Yeah, and that's interesting, really, isn't it? It's interesting that because his dad, Christopher's dad, was called Michael. And, you know, I remember when I was probably about 6 or 7 years old, watching Halloween on TV by myself as a little kid. I was like, you know, my mum had gone away for a while, and I was lying in her bed, because she had the big bed, and I was watching TV in her room. And it was, you know, dark room, and I'm watching Halloween. It just happened to be on TV that night, you know, and I just lied in bed watching this film, like, but, you know, anyway, what happened to Christopher was that drug dealers came after him, and they attacked him with knives and a gun. It would seem, because he got shot in the back of the neck, and he survived. He survived being shot in the neck. His parents were out gambling that night. They went to I think they went out gambling, so he was at home alone, and that happened to him. Sounded like he owed some drug dealers some money. He pissed some people off, right? Some people had a fucking problem with him, yeah, for whatever reason. And obviously, you know, this was about the time when Christopher Reeve, the guy who played Superman, he was the guy who fell off the horse. He broke his neck, and he ended up being in a wheelchair, right? So he was the Superman in the wheelchair guy, right? Now it's interesting because I sit in a chair a lot. I find it really hard not to sit in the chair, and there's obviously a magic war being fought here, okay? The wheelchair is part of this battle. Strangely, it is. Now, you know, that's the thing, right? You know, obviously he didn't make his peace with God. He didn't make his peace with me. He decided to hate me, and he wanted to battle me, right? And what happened to him, obviously. You know, I remember when Hurricane Katrina happened. Yeah, I remember. I was in Scotland on holiday, just visiting relatives in Scotland, in Aberdeen, and I was there with Christopher's mum, Jennifer. She now goes by the name Jennifer Rouse. Yeah, I was there with the Goddard family. Yeah, and then Hurricane Katrina happened when I was there, and you know, we were all, the family was all talking about, because Christopher, he was back in New Orleans at the time. He was in a care home, and he was like, oh, hope he gets out, hope he doesn't get, you know, and all that kind of stuff, right? And actually, that's probably one of the last times I saw my dad, because I visited my dad on that, like, yeah, I went to go see my dad, Charles, in Aberdeen. That was probably one of the last times. That probably was the last time that I saw him. So I would have been, I guess, about 17. So that would have been 20 years ago. Was it really that long ago? Let me have a check. Could have been 19, maybe. I think it was 17. Well, it would have been 19 years. I'm 36. I'm about to turn 37. Search Katrina. So Katrina, yeah, August 2005. So it was 19, just slightly more than 19 years ago this happened. Okay. So he has that magic connection with Superman, right? Obviously, there's something going on there. Okay? Now, that's the thing, because Superman, he fights General Zod. And in one of the more recent Superman films, Superman kills General Zod. Okay? And that's the thing, Zod is short for Zodiac. I mean, how many names do you know that are spelled Z-O-D? Aren't very many. I can't think of any. The only word I can think of is Zodiac. It's a very unique word, and words are magic. Okay? I mean, that's the thing, right? Because, you know, at those days, I mean, how many bowls of soup do you think Christopher would have gone through back, you know, and Christopher Reeve, right? I mean, Christopher Reeve went from being the Hollywood star known as Superman, and then he went to being in a wheelchair eating bowls of soup. I mean, it's a magic thing, you know. I mean, if I eat soup every day, you could maybe say that I'm Superman, because I eat soup all the fucking time, and I don't. Maybe I should. And probably I probably will, but I quite like soup, actually. Well, I like some soups, and I could probably do with some soup in my life, to be honest. Yeah, helps me poop. But you get the point. Hopefully. I mean, this is the thing, right? Look at that symbol. That's the symbol for Zodiac. And that was used by the Zodiac Killer. And this is what I figured out yesterday, right? So what was the name of the guy who was apparently the Zodiac Killer? Well, his name was Arthur Lee Allen. Something very unusual about that name, isn't there? Because if you've heard my videos, I've talked about Aaliyah Dana Houghton and how she's with me. She's attacking me. She's trying to steal my destiny. That's why she died as well. She died in a plane crash just before 9/11, right? These are the demons and me. It's a magic war happening between me and Aaliyah Dana Houghton, Christopher of the Goddard family. Yeah, there's Jennifer Goddard's son. Yeah. I mean, it's the thing, right? I said, I am I'm God, right? If you've seen me, you've seen the Father. You know, you shouldn't use the Father's name for anybody. And how many people in this world are called Christopher? How many people are called Christopher? Yeah? Was he a Christian? No. But that's the thing, right? If a guy called Chris or a woman called Christine, I suppose, yeah. I mean, if they go around tying, you know, they're doing bondage, anal sex, magic, yeah. Now they're Chris Ty Ann, yeah, or Anti-Christ. You understand? There's a magic being done. I've explained this before. But that's the thing. Arthur Lee Allen. Well, his first name is Art Her. You know, that's an interesting name, isn't it? Art Her. But, you know, obviously his first initial is A. His middle initial is L. And his last initial is A. So you could say that's Allah. Or you could say Aaliyah, because his middle name is Lee. Lee A. Aaliyah. Okay, and so Superman in the film Man of Steel. Yeah, he's a thief, is he? Anyways, you know, he fights General Zod, right? And he breaks his neck. Yeah. Remember, he's trying to kill everybody. So General Zod, there's like a group of people he's trying to kill with his laser eyes. Well, you know what it means to lay, right? I mean, the anus is referred to as an eye in magic. So he has his laser eyes, and he's trying to kill everybody with his laser eye power. Yeah. And Superman breaks his neck. And he's like, no. But anyway, whatever, right? Stupid fucking film. I'm not a fan. I'm God. Why the hell would I be a fan of Superman? I mean, I am God. There's no one more powerful than me. People want to try to fight me with magic, art, temperance, yeah, alchemy. And I fight a lot of demons all at once. Yeah, that's a lot of demons. So yeah, Christopher, he was born on Christmas Day, so that made him a Capricorn. Now, he would be, because obviously you have, in astrology you have secondary progressions. So, that's the thing. Like anyone who was born a Capricorn is likely progressed to Aquarius now. So that would include my Aaliyah Dana Houghton, my cousin Andrew Neil. He was a Capricorn as well. I mean, that's the thing, right? Because Aaliyah Dana Houghton, she was born on the 16th of January. That's 161. Okay, in tarot, the Lover's card is number 6. Yeah, so if you have 1616, 16 is the number of the Tower. So 1616 suggests 2 towers. Is another magic thing. And obviously she died on August 25th, 2001. That's that's right before 9/11, September 2001, right? 11th of September 2001. So all these things, they're connected together. It's all about trying to steal my power. It's a magic war that happens between me and demons, and there are a lot of casualties. And the thing is that the world is deluded. The world doesn't want to believe. The world doesn't even want to listen to me. I try so hard to be heard. So I said at the beginning of this video, what did I say? I said, I am the Zodiac Killer. Well, what does this card say? It says death. This is the Scorpio card. I'm associated with death and destruction. So Scorpio is associated with Pluto, the Death card, the Judgment, the Last Judgment, the Aeon as well, because there's that connection with Pluto. And I'm connected with the Tower. So the Zodiac, it's all about trying to. That's the thing. I am the Zodiac. I am. So the Zodiac was designed to steal my power. It's saying that if you were born on this date, you can have this, and if you were born on that date, you can have that. And it's like all it is the world scheming. It's trying to take what is mine and divide it into slices and hand it out to people and say, yeah, but if you weren't born on my date, so you can't have what I have. Yeah, I'm this and you're that. That's what it's all about. It's complete horseshit. So in a sense, I am the entire wheel. I am the entire thing. And that entire thing is called the Zodiac. Yeah? So in a sense, yes, I am the Zodiac. Now, isn't that interesting? Because that symbol, it looks like a crosshair, doesn't it? You see that in like a gun sight. Gun sight, yeah. Does the gun actually, does it actually have vision? Is the gun able to see things? Does it have eyes to see and ears to hear? Does it? Does it really? Or is that just another magic trick? So what else can I say about this? So Capricorns, they've progressed into the sign of Aquarius, and the Aquarius card is associated with the star Sirius. Well, it's two stars, because there's Sirius A and Sirius B. And I was thinking to myself, well, that's the thing, because C, the letter C, can be pronounced as S, as in, you know, circus. You know what a circus is? You have lots of fucking clowns. Yeah, lots of juggling Capricorn clowns. And clowns, yeah. But that's the thing, the word Sirius, you could, you could replace that S with a C and make it Kyrios. And then you have the word Chris in there. See, the word Chris then appears in the word Sirius. Okay? Because obviously Chris has a silent H in it, doesn't it? So you could just spell it C-R-I-S. Yeah. Did Christopher Reeve, did he ever make his peace with me? God? How did he feel about me? God. Did he care? Did he want anything to do with me? Nope. But people still worship him as Superman, didn't they? Strange that. So yeah, Sirius A and Sirius B. It's a dual star system, right? It's two stars. People have, it's been worshipped as the dog star. The dog. Well, dog is the opposite of God, right? Dog is the word, if turned around, spells God. So, you know, when you look at a dog's arse, do you think, oh look, there's God? No, you don't. Well, I hope not. You better not. But that's the thing, right? Because, you know, a dog can also be, you know, considered a sex thing, because people have sex doggy style. People have sex, you know, like people behave like they're dogs. And obviously, dog star. Dog star. Yeah, it's used in sex magic. Not to mention, well, the word, well, that's the thing, right? Quarry. You know what a quarry is? A rock quarry, right? You know, where they dig a hole in the ground, yeah? They dig a hole and they pull out all the rocks, yeah? It gets flooded with, you know, they get flooded with water. Yeah? Aquarius, yeah. You know, two stars, Sirius A, Sirius B. Well, a number two is considered a piece of shit. You know, these little shit demons trying to get into heaven is what they're doing. You know, why would they associate? Why in magic is Saturn associated with the entire universe? It's associated with the world in one deck, and in another deck, it's associated with the entire universe. It's because the shit demons want to be able to fly around the universe and do what they want to do. You know, going from one place to another. Trying to set themselves above me. That's what they're trying to do. Now, I heard, apparently, Pluto is moving from Capricorn into the sign of Aquarius very soon. And obviously Pluto, you know, it doesn't change sign very often. It takes I suppose it takes many years for it to move from one sign to another. How long does it take? Let's have a quick look. Got a book here, probably tell me. Pluto. So yeah, it has a 248 year cycle, so divide that by 12, I suppose. Yeah, so it takes many years for Pluto to move from one sign to another. Yeah, there's also the, you know, there's that, what is it? There, it says here, Ceres, or Ceres, or Ceres, it's spelled Ceres. I think it's like an, I don't know, what is it? It says here, named for the Roman goddess of corn. And the symbol for it looks like a sickle. So the symbol looks like a sickle. It's like a cross and a sickle. Looks like kind of like a question mark. Named for the Roman goddess of corn. This dwarf planet, about half the size of her sibling Pluto, exists in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, like her Greek counterpart Demeter. And that's the thing, right? Because in the tarot deck, the Hierophant is from, that word comes from the cult of Demeter. So, and obviously I'm here to harvest. Okay, I'm here to harvest. Yeah. It says, like her Greek counterpart, Demeter, Ceres, or Ceres, and that's the thing, right? Because if I pronounce it Ceres or Ceres, I mean, you could almost get the word Chris out of it as well, depending how you know, if you pronounce it Ceres or Ceres, you know, you have the word Chris hidden in there. You just take out the E sound of it. It says, Ceres is the giver of grain and a nurturer and provider of the planet. Ceres is also a devoted mother, as seen in the story about the abduction of her daughter Persephone, who is taken by Pluto to the underworld. The grieving Ceres's despair is so deep that she will do nothing but roam the world searching for her daughter. In her sadness, crops shrivel and seeds refuse to sprout. Under pressure from Jupiter, Pluto makes a deal with Ceres that her daughter can return to her for half of the year, spending the rest in the underworld. In return, Ceres restores the harvest and saves the world from starvation. In astrology, Ceres symbolizes nurturing and grief. Her position in a horoscope can influence child-parent relationships, fertility, attachments, and feelings of abandonment. Yeah. So what does it say here about Sirius? I've got a thing here about Sirius. It says here, the brightest and most brilliant star in the sky is Alpha Canis Majoris, better known as Sirius or the dog star. This special star has long played an important part in beliefs, rituals, and traditions around the globe. Egyptian, Mayan, and Celtic cultures, among others, have seen Sirius as the spiritual sun. In Egypt, Sirius's heliacal rise marked the Egyptian New Year, and the star was identified and personified by the goddess Sopdet, or Sothis in Greek, whose arrival marked the beginning of the seasonal flooding of the Nile. As a result, many ancient structures were built to align with the stars rising in the morning sky. Egyptian temples at Dendera contain vivid depictions of the zodiac, including painted reliefs and carvings that decorate the ceiling of the Temple of Hathor, named for the Egyptian sky goddess. Hathor, who, like Sotdet and Isis, is depicted with cow ears and horns, sometimes shown with the star Sirius placed between her horns. Yeah. And that's the other thing, right? Bullseye. Doesn't that make you think of bullseye? It makes me think of bullseye. I mean, you see like a dartboard, right? So, yeah, I mean, you know, it looks very similar to a bullseye target, doesn't it? Crosshair. It's sort of associated with bullseye. And then you have Taurus, and you have the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is of the cult of Demeter. Yeah, Keris, Chris, yeah, Sirius, Kyrios, Chris, Creus. Yeah, the word Chris is in there. If you know how to swap the things in and out, right? If you know how to swap, this is how magic works, right? This is how the. I mean, look, like, you've heard the story about the Zodiac Killer, right? He changed the spelling of words. He wrote messages in code. You know, that was his thing. He really enjoyed creating, you know, ciphers, yeah. Wasn't the word ciphers in the word Lucifer, right? Lucifer, or lucky cipher, or something like that, right? So these things, they're all connected with me. I'm good. All I have to do is expose what these people are doing. So yes, I bring death and destruction, like I've said in all my videos, right? It's interesting. Superman broke General Zod's neck. Well, that's the thing, you know, Christopher. Well, what happened to him? Yeah, his neck got broken. He got shot in the back of the neck of a gun. Seemed that some very bad luck. He had some very bad luck there, didn't he? Why was that? Well, it's because I'm God. He was obviously doing some bad stuff, and he encountered some serious problems as a result of what he did. That would be my guess. You know, you could say the same thing about Aaliyah Dana Houghton. Yeah? What happened to her? You know, did she kill herself you know, did she want to die that day? Was she planning on dying? It's a magic war happening between me and them. They're trying to steal my throne in heaven. You see? They want to pose as me. And that's the thing. Christopher, in his name is the word Christ. So that's used against me. People who have men and women who have that, you know, men who are called Christopher and women who are called Christine, or Chris. You know, people who have that word Chris are being used as weapons against me. it's a way to attack me with word magic. It's not a very good name to have. Let's put it that way. So, let me have my drink here. And that's the other thing, right? Because, Christopher, he was the son of Jennifer Goddard. Okay, she was my grandmother's sister, younger sister. And when I was growing up with my mum, when I was 8 years old, my mum got into a lesbian relationship with a woman called Jennifer Jenkins. And, I would tell all the boys at school, I'd say, oh, that's my mum's sister. Yeah, because that's what my mum told me to say. She says, don't tell them because I'll make fun of you. And all the kids at school are all going around going, Gaylord, 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 Gaylord. Yeah, and, people, and that's the thing, there were jokes being made that I had two mums, and stuff like that. And I'd be like, oh, that's her sister. Genesis, yeah. And it's all about trying to steal power from me. It's all about trying to redirect my power to other people through word magic and associate, those types of things. That's how it works. It's just using babble. This is why, I was Jesus and I said to people that the laws of Moses, the 10 Commandments, well, they were put aside. I said, to people that, to follow the spirit of the law. The problem was that people weren't following the spirit of the law. They were using word magic as a, that's the thing, right? Because, do you know what I mean? There's so many ways, that's the thing. It's easy to cheat. It's easy to cheat using word magic. People weren't following the spirit of the law. They were pretending that they'd fulfilled the law. They were pretending that they had done what they were supposed to do by using word magic to cheat. Anyways, look, let me do a reading for Christopher. I don't know what his surname is. He was my second cousin, lived in New Orleans. I met him when I was 5 years old. He was the son of Jennifer Rouse, or Jennifer Goddard. His dad was called Michael. So let's do a reading for Christopher. And that's the thing. My understanding is he is Raphael. Okay, and actually, years ago it was 2019, I think. It was early 2019. Would have been, spring 2019, I think. I was led by demons, and I was attacked by demons, sexually attacked, in the mouth, in the rear, that kind of stuff, right? And I think it was Raphael. It was Raphael he was trying to do sex magic against me, in order that he could continue what he's doing. Anyway, let's do a reading for Christopher, the son of Jennifer Rouse and Michael, who's dead now. So, my second cousin, who's dead, Christopher. Let's do a reading for him. Okay, so first card that came out here, 7 of Swords. It says futility. So this is about betrayal, deception, and lies And here's Ace of Swords. So this is, this is to do with logic and communication. There's that sword. It's in the clouds. You see that sword, and it's going into that sort of like crown-shaped object. It's like it's a sex magic thing, right? Ass of Swords. It's the demons, the shit that comes out of the ass. That they communicate through magic. So what's this card really saying? Could be saying various things. Whoa. Okay, let me shuffle this. Cards will fucking fly everywhere. Okay, so 9 of discs, 9 of pentacles, yeah. Oh shit. Queen of Wands, the Hanged Man, 2 of Wands. So yeah, it's yeah, I'll keep going with this. I mean, that's, pretty much what I would expect to see, something like that. The 7 of Swords, the betrayal, the Ace of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. So he's using sex magic. He's doing anal sex magic. The Hanged Man came out there, strangely enough. Like I was talking about it earlier, wasn't I? It's the spirit of the mighty borders. And the 2 of Wands, that's to do with anal sex. It's to do with planning and organizing. It says there, dominion. Dominion. Okay. And then we have the 10 of Wands. Yeah. Oppression. Oppression. And then there's the 10 of Swords. So this is about backstabbing and truth. Yeah? So I think that's enough for him, really. Otherwise it's going to get very complicated. I'll keep that reading short. Okay? So the 7 of Swords, Ace of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, the Hanged Man, 2 of Wands, 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. Well, this is the thing, right? People do hardcore anal sex, yeah? Backstabbing. And this is supposed to represent truth. So why do you think so many people are trying to do that these days? I'm God, I'm the truth. But people want to have anal sex. And do sex magic. 10 of Wands, loads of fire. Yeah, 10 of Wands. 2 of Wands, dominion. I don't know if Christopher had sex before he died. Before he was put in a wheelchair. I don't know, but he obviously was a bad guy. I wish things could have been different. I genuinely do, but they're not, he's evil. And Aaliyah's evil as well. Aaliyah Dana Houghton. And also Arthur Lee Allen. Yeah, the Zodiac Killer. He's evil as well. Surprise, surprise. What's really interesting, I was watching on Netflix, I was watching the documentary about it last night, about the Zodiac Killer. I can't remember what it was called. It's a 3-part series. And one of the guys, who was part of the story, his mum knew the Zodiac Killer, and her name was Phyllis. Phyllis. So I have a cousin called Phil, right? Philip Neal. He's an Aquarius. Yeah. He's an Aquarius. An Aquarian. Yeah. And obviously my mum was called Fiona. So in the name Phyllis is the name Fee as well. And she also, I looked at her image and I just thought, yeah, it looks very similar, that look on her face. Because one of the guys, he called up the Arthur Lee Allen while he was in hospital. And he's like, hey, are you the Zodiac Killer? It was before he died. He's like, hey, are you the Zodiac Killer? And he's like sobbing and crying. He's like, yeah, it was me. And he was like, whoa. And he was like, yeah, and I molested your little sister. And the guy was like, didn't know what to do. He called the police, and the police were like, yeah, there's nothing we can do about it. And then he called his mom, Phyllis, and he told her about it, and she just started laughing. She's like, I said, and she wouldn't take it seriously. She thought it was funny. Yeah, it was a demon-possessed bitch called Phyllis. Yeah, and she said to her son, she was like, hey, well, she had all this information on the Zodiac Killer. She had all these letters from him that she'd had in storage, right? She had all this evidence of communications with the guy. And so she really, she had all this information about the guy that was very important. But she didn't want anyone to know about it. Yeah. And that's interesting, isn't it? Because my mum's called Fee, and well, this is the house that I live in now. It was her house. Yeah. She wants to keep me. She wants to silence me. The feces woman. Yeah. The turd bitch. Yeah. The Torian. Yeah, the bullseye. Yeah, the turd. Turd-eye. Bullshit bitch. Fiona. So, yeah. It's a crazy story, but that's the thing. People in my family, it's the Goddard family. The Neal family, the Reed family, not to mention my dad, and also my dad's side as well. Yeah, Charlie, and Cindy, and Kenny, the garbage man. They killed Kenny, you bastard. Cindy. What a name, huh? I used to know a guy called Sinbad when I was at school. He was a real piece of shit, that guy. What a surprise, huh? Anyways. So that's the thing. I'm God. And this is the thing. The way this world works is that if someone comes by me and they call themselves Christ, then everyone in the world, they'll be like, oh no, he's Christ. And they'll follow him instead. They'll be like, yeah, he must be Christ. No, that's how the world behaves. The world, all it takes is for someone to try to steal, all it takes is for a demon-possessed person to walk past me and claim my name as their own. And then they walk away they try to walk away with my destiny, and the world wants to give my destiny to them instead. That's what the world does. And this is why I am the bringer of death and destruction, as I've explained. It is what it is. This is why you'll see war, you'll see poverty, you'll see, people are going to suffer a lot of misery because people won't give me what I deserve. And all I can do is really keep explaining that fact again and again and again and again and again. Explain to you how magic works, explain to you the situation, and chances are no one wants to listen to me anyway, so that's how it's gone for a long time now. How many hundreds of videos have I made? How many more do I have to make? Anyway, this video's been an hour long, so what more can I really say here? You know, I mean, go look at the story about Christopher Reeve. Yeah, the guy who played Superman. You know, what was his opinion of me, God? Did he love me? Or did he hate me? It's one or the other. Did he love me or did he hate me? There's no in between. There is no in between. Which one was it? He was a Freemason. He wanted to be Superman. Yeah? The man with godlike powers. You know, he wanted to be considered... I mean, that's the thing, you know? How many characters in superhero films have as much power as Superman? You know, he's considered pretty much the most powerful superhero character, isn't he? Like, nothing can stop him, pretty much. You know what I mean? He can, you know, the only thing that can stop him is, well, kryptonite. Yeah, kryptonite. Well, that's the interesting thing, isn't it? Because like my last video, I talked about Raphael. And I became very interested in cryptocurrency. Bitcoin. And I had Darkcoin, Dashcoin as well at a time. I sold those. But years ago. That was many years ago. But I became interested in Bitcoin, I don't know, when I was like... It was right after the crash, the Mt. Gox crash. And that's when I got into Bitcoin. I used to work with a guy who was also interested in Bitcoin. And I asked him, you know, I used to sit next to him. His name was Travis. And I used to talk to him about it all the time. Yeah, Travis lives in Spain, by the way. You seen what's happening in Spain? Yeah. Spirit of the mighty waters. Yeah. You see what happened in Valencia? Yeah. In fact, I posted a video on my Facebook page the day before that happened. It was a video that's called Learn to Drive Travis. Chariot of fire. Chariot of fire, yeah? Bed of fire. That's the thing, he moved to Spain because he had a woman he wanted to be with, right? Went off to be a satellite engineer. Network engineer. Satellite network engineer. Going out to yachts. Yeah, he goes out to luxury yachts to do to have them connected to the satellite network. Okay? What a nice job, huh? Anyways, well, I don't think I'd want to do it. I mean, imagine, what's the thing? I hate people. Especially those kind of people. Yeah, there's a lot of people I would have a lot of problems with. I'm good. What would you expect? Yeah. So that's the other thing as well. So the Zodiac Killer, you know, I was reading the comments and people were talking about, you know, why was he called the Zodiac Killer? Well, and this is the thing, recently I bought all these watches, right? I bought myself all these luxury watches, like, you know, this was in the last 6 months. Got myself an Omega Seamaster Professional. I'll show you that. I've got my Omega Seamaster Professional there. Got my Grand Seiko Snowflake. Got a Citizen there. I got a nice Casio Mr. G there. Yeah, I got, you know, I've been buying all these expensive watches, right? So that's the interesting thing, because, you know, Zodiac Killer, he got a diving watch. He was a diver, right? And he got this diving watch, a Zodiac watch, just before he went by the name Zodiac Killer, apparently. Okay. So, yeah. You know, you can call me Zodiac, you can call me, well, I mean, Zodiac, you know, I am the entire thing. You can't, you know, the Zodiac, the invention of the Zodiac was all about trying to take my power and divide it amongst other people. So, in a sense, I am Zodiac. And in a sense, I am Superman. I'm the most powerful. You know, I might not fly around in the sky and not, you know, I probably couldn't hold, you know, I probably couldn't use my physical body. I wouldn't be able to hold up a building with my physical body, really. Well, it depends how big the building is, I suppose. You know, if it's like a little model building, yeah, okay, yeah. I'm talking, you know, I couldn't fucking push a skyscraper over with my physical hands. But in terms of magic, yeah, I can. In terms of magic, I can destroy this world. That's my power. I can cause a lot of I am the most powerful. I'm the most deadly force that exists. I'm the most creative force that exists, and I'm the most deadly force that exists. I'm God. What do you expect? What more can I say about that? You know, what else would you expect of God? You know, the one God. There is only one God, that's me. And there are those who want to try to be me. That's why all these stories get invented. It's all about trying to steal my power. You know, I mean, if you create a superhero and you give his name, you know, like, well, that's the thing, right? Clark Kent. I mean, his name's Clark. You know, how many people wear Clark's shoes? You know, when I was a kid, I used to go to buy Clark's shoes all the time. I used to, you know, my school shoes were always, I used to get them from Clark's shoes. Yeah. Yeah, so back then, I used to wear Clark's shoes a lot when I was a kid. Clark Kent, yeah. Superman. And obviously Superman, he's cool. What's his name? Henry Cavill? Or Christopher Reeve? Or whoever's played him? You know, think about how many names have been associated with Superman. Yeah. This is the thing. People want to associate their names with powerful stories in order to try to capture my energy. It's the same thing with the Zodiac. It's exactly the same idea. It's all about magic art. You know, I mean, look at this. You know, this is the back of the Thoth deck card. You know, it's a rose cross. It's like rainbow colored. It has a rose in the center of it. It's a magic object. It's a magic object. It's got nothing about loving God. It's not about loving me. It's about trying to cheat. This is all about trying to steal my power and trying to get to heaven. I mean, this is the thing. It's the rose cross, right? So the rose is associated with the anus, the sphincter, the butt, the rose, yeah. You know, people say shit smells like roses, yeah? Oh, look at that. What's that? It's a cross on a circle, isn't it? It's a cross on a circle. And obviously the butthole is a circle. Nailed to the cross. Yeah, nailed to the cross. It's a symbol. It's a magic symbol. And it's, it represents the 4 seasons, doesn't it? The 4 seasons. And obviously, the witches, they have all their different festivals, and, they want to have, the 4 seasons. Seasons. Yeah, season. Season. You know what seize means? To take. If you take something, you seize it. Yeah, or if you have eyeballs, maybe you see something. It's all about, if people want to build that tower all the way to heaven. That's what it's about. I'm God. The thing is, in magic, my butthole is connected with, so the physical realm, the world. That's the thing. I reject the world, right? My body rejects certain material that comes out of my butt. Yeah, it's a magic thing. The universe is connected to my butthole. Okay, I mean, it even shows in the Thoth deck, the universe card. Yeah, it shows. Let's have a look. Where is it? I mean, here's the Aeon. Look, I've got the Aeon card here as well. Look, take that one. I'll explain that one as well. And there's the, go on, take the 3. Yeah, go on, explain that one. I'll explain a few cards here to try to explain this again one more time for you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So here's some interesting cards. Okay, I'm not going to explain every single card in the deck, but... Right, so here's the Sun card in the Thoth deck, okay? You see how it's got all these sections around it? Those represent the Zodiac, okay? They've got the Zodiac creatures, there's the crab, and then, I think at the top, that looks like Capricorn up there. That's Capricorn, I think. There's, I think there's Sagittarius, this is the Centaur. Yeah, no, it's not. It's, yeah, the Centaur is there, I think. And there's the Scorpion. Yeah. Okay, so the Sun card, I just think I'm the light of the world. I'm God. I'm the bringer of life. I brought life in abundance. Yeah? And people want to divide up my power and take it for themselves. That's what the card is showing. You see, I mean, I've got this book on the Thoth deck, and that's the thing, because Aleister Crowley, he only did like basic notes on, he had, various notes. He had like the book of, he called it the Book of Thoth, right? Something like that. And I've got a book, someone's written about the Thoth deck, and so there's a lot of unknown things. And, the thing is that Aleister Crowley, I think what he was, that's the thing. The idea of these cards is that, if you're guided, if you're supposed to know what they mean, that's the thing. If you have eyes to see, that's the thing. There are a lot of evil magic practitioners. They know, they can recognize the sex magic and all the, you know what I mean? They know how to utilize this. Those who, that's the thing, people, they're Freemasons, they're initiated in magic, they can recognize the magic that's in these cards. I mean, look at the symbol for the sun. That's the symbol for the sun there. It's a circle with a dot in the middle. It looks like an eyeball. That's how a lot of people would draw an eye. It's a circle with a dot in the middle. You know, I'm Jesus. I said, I am. And I said, the eyes are the lamp of the body. Isn't that strange? And so the symbol for the sun looks like it's a circle with an eye in the middle. Weird that. And then here's the universe card, yeah? So you see that eye up the top? Yeah, that's my butthole. See, the universe, it comes out of my butthole. This is a magic thing. And these are, here's this woman, crazy bitch, and this serpent, and they're trying to draw this power from the evil eye demons. That's why it is this evil eye. It's the shit, the feces. My body expels the feces. It gets rid of the feces. Yeah, Mum died of cancer, by the way. She died of anal cancer. Cancer is associated with the moon. In astrology, yeah. So, and there, you have the 4 living creatures around the edges, yeah. So that is, it's a throne. It's the in the book of Revelation, it talks about the 4 living creatures. One that looks like a lion, one that looks like an ox, and one looks like with the face of a man, and one that's like a flying eagle. Yeah, and it's the same with the Hierophant card as well. Taurus, that's the thing, my butthole. I've torn it. Yeah, I tore it myself. Yeah, I did it to myself. Here's the Lust card, associated with Leo. Leo is associated with the sun. So there's the Whore of Babylon on the back of the lion with the 7 heads. Yeah. Here's the Moon card with the 2 towers. Yeah, you have Anubis. Anubis, the word anus is in the word Anubis. Okay, why do you think 9/11 happened? What was that? The Big Apple? Yeah, why do you think, there's so many women who are getting Brazilian butt lifts, getting butt implants. They all want to have big asses. I've got a big ass, by the way. Oh, here's the 3 of Pentacles. This is people working together. Yeah. A 3 looks like a sideways bum. The pentacle represents the disc. The pentacle represents earth, shit, material. Yeah, working together. Here's the Aeon. Yeah, the Aeon. A-E-O-N. The Aeon. This is the Judgment card in the Thoth deck. Okay, it has to do with sort of like transgenderism. I think it's the merging of male and female, right? And this is the thing, because my mom's called Fee and I'm male, right? People want to say that God is a woman while I'm a man, and my mom was called Fee. Okay. That's the thing. I am the Aeon. I am the A is my butt. I am the universe is beneath my A, right? The universe is below my anus. Okay. As crazy as that sounds, that's how magic is. That's how it is. Okay? Just because you do not understand it doesn't make it false. So, was there anything else I wanted to... the very first card that you get in the tarot deck is the Fool card. Isn't it? The Fool card. And here's the Hierophant card. So the Hierophant card associated with Taurus. He's supposed to be like this is considered the God card. So he's like the high priest of the cult of Demeter. Yeah, and you're associated with that asteroid thing or whatever the fuck it is. It's half the size of Pluto. It flies in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, I think. It's called Ceres or Ceres. 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 Yeah. And he's got the 4 living creatures around the edges. Yeah. The lion, the ox, the man with a face, and like a flying eagle. You see the bull behind the Hierophant. Yeah, the bull. Not supposed to worship the bull, remember that? Yeah. And obviously in different decks he's called different things. You know, some decks he's called the Pope, the High Priest. You know, he's associated with religion and, you know, religious teaching and marriage and stuff like that. Religious institution. You know, which one's that then? And people want to shuffle cards and say that they're Christians. That, you know, they want to try to make out that this is acceptable to do. That, you know, they want to try to believe. They want to tell their followers that, yeah, that them doing this sort of divination, that it's acceptable. It's not. It's not acceptable to me. Here's the Fool card. The very first card you get in a deck of tarot cards. The Fool. Okay, he's given the number 0. The 0 is a hole. It's a circle. Yeah, he's an idiot. Going on an adventure. And he doesn't care what he's doing. He doesn't have any concerns. He's just being a fool. Yeah. And people just carry, you know, they just go, don't they? They think it's a good idea. Anyways, I think I've said a lot so far. Let me see. Let me do one more reading here. Quick reading. Any other messages that want to come out here before I go? I should tell you what, I use my my urban tarot. Yeah, that's the thing, my cousin Phil, he has a bit of a doppelganger. There's a doppelganger, you know what a doppelganger is? There's loads of them, right? That's the thing, you know, like I said, you know, my second cousin Christopher, you know, Christopher Reeve, doppelganger, right? It's a magic thing. Okay, I have loads of them. You know, the people who are trying to, the demons that are trying to steal my power, they have doppelgangers. Okay, my cousin Phil, he looks very similar to Carl Urban. You know, he was in that film, Judge Dredd, you know, Dredd 3D. He says, I am the law. Yeah, he was in Lord of the Rings. He was in Doom with The Rock. Yeah. So this is the Urban tarot. And you can see there, it kind of says Thoth. Can you see there's the word Thoth? It's sort of hidden down there in the corner. So it's based on the Thoth deck. Okay, it's very similar, very, very similar. Big deck. I don't really use this very often, but well, I like the way it shuffles. So that any other messages before I go here? Whoa. Any other messages before we go here? So we got the Prince of Wands. Yeah, so there's the Prince of Wands. Okay, so the Prince of Wands, you know, he's a chariot rider. So, you know, it's very likely to do with sex. Yeah. Or he's a magician, or he's a sex magician. Yeah. You know, I split the deck here. I've got the Temperance card, and I got the 10 of Wands. So, you know, sex magic, yeah? Lots of sex magic. Yeah. Whoa. So I got the Princess of Discs. Yeah. So, yeah, it's like a page of coins, right? So someone doesn't really have a lot of money. Yeah, something like that, yeah. And then we have the Prince of Cups. So that suggests, you know, chariot, romance, sex, enemas and douching, sex, magic, practitioners. And then we have the Devil. Okay, the Devil card. Maybe, should I explain that one? Should I explain that one? And then we have the Justice card. The Justice card. And then we have the Six of Cups. So you see those hands touching each other. It's about, you know, it's about close connection. Could be memories. It could be looking to the past. It has, you know, lots of different, you know, it could have something to do with children. Tender, sweet connections. Yeah. And then we got the Universe. So that suggests either the world, the universe, Saturn is associated with Saturn, the world, the universe, and end of a cycle. End of a cycle. And then we have the High Priestess. So she's associated with the number 2. Yeah, like a number, like a piece of shit is associated with number 2 as well. And then there's the Hermit. So the Hermit is about, and you know, he's supposed to enter into his cave in order to get closer to spirit, right? And that's the thing, you know, cave is another way of saying anus or colon, right? It's the arse. So, and the Hermit is associated with Virgo, and Virgo is associated with the 10 of discs, the 10 of pentacles. So if you saw a gigantic pile of shite, you'd think, yeah, 10 of pentacles. Yeah, Virgo, the Hermit, in the shit in the cave. Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. Yeah. The Star. So that's associated with, you know, the dog star. Yeah. So, you know, God, if I turn around, you know, you might say that my arsehole is dog. So, you know, it's associated with the dog star, Sirius. It's associated with spirituality, faith, Aquarius. It gets very complicated, doesn't it? And then there's the Temperance. Yeah. It's very interesting because, you know, this is based on the Thoth deck, but you can see. So it says Temperance, and you notice how it's got graffiti. It's graffiti, and you can see the Rider-Waite. It's the Temperance card from the Rider-Waite deck, which is on the wall there, and it shows it's supposed to show Archangel Michael. So that's interesting because, you know, so my name is Grant and my mum was called Fee. So, you know, graffiti. And here's the Temperance card. It's associated with Sagittarius. My ex-girlfriend was, her birth, she was born in the sign of Sagittarius, and I was born in Scorpio. So Scorpio is behind Sagittarius, and obviously my secondary progression is, you know, obviously I've moved from Scorpio into Sagittarius, right? And Sagittarius has moved into Capricorn, and Capricorn has moved into Aquarius, and so on. Hopefully you get the point. And oh, that's right. So that's the thing. My cousin Phil, he was born in the sign of Aquarius, so he would have progressed into the sign of Pisces. That's right. And so, and then, you know, so, and Rihanna, yeah, Pisces. She was born in Pisces, so she would have been, she's progressed into the sign of Aries. Yeah. So there, yeah. So there's the Temperance, and then there's the Ace of Cups. 8 of Cups. And then there's the 4 of Discs. Knight of Wands. So he's basically like the King of Wands in the Rider-Waite deck. And then there's the 7 of Swords. There's that betrayal, sneakiness or theft of some kind. Whoa. And then there's the 7 of discs. So that's to do with work. In this deck, it's associated with failure, which is very interesting because people they'll talk about the rat race, don't they? It's hard to keep your head above water, isn't it? In the rat race, isn't it? I mean, what this represents is regular workers. Someone who's a regular person who works. You're not a star, or you're basically working, but it's not going to go anywhere, is it? You're just going to be a loser at the end of the day. Because, you worship evil people who will take advantage of you. And you love it, don't you? So 7 of discs, 7 of pentacles, failure, yeah. Work, failure. Going nowhere in life. Something like that, right? 10 of swords, backstabbing truth, yeah. That's what this is all about. Who would have guessed, huh? How funny. So funny. Maybe I should be a stand-up comedian. Okay, so there's the Knight of Cups. So he's associated with the he's basically the King of Cups. Although strangely in this deck, he's called the Seducer. Yeah, strange. So Jesus Christ, the Seducer. Yeah, something like that, yeah. And then we have the 9 of Cups. So here's your happiness. Yeah, so then we got the 3 of Wands. This is virtue. Yeah, it suggests to me, manifesting and butt sex and setting out to do something. Here's 4 of Swords. This is lying down, having a rest. Having a rest. Oh, and then there's the 9 of Swords. So that says cruelty. Yeah, so lying down in the bed, being cruel. Something like that, yeah. Yes, bit of fantasy sex, maybe. And then we got the 8 of Wands. Or maybe it's just sex slavery, maybe. I don't know. So we've got the 8 of Wands there. So moving quickly. Coming quickly. Behold, I come quickly. And then there's the 7 of Wands. So valor. So that's making a stand. Making a stand for something. And then we got the magician, the mage. Okay, maybe just, yeah, let's not go too crazy here. And then we have the Prince of Discs. Yeah, it says, no, he's a day trader, is he? Trading that cryptocurrency. He's up all night. Yeah, he's a crypto knight. He's up all night trading cryptocurrency, is he? Trying to make a living for himself, maybe, is he? Or is he just shagging? Or maybe he's just a shagger. He's that Prince of Discs, he likes to ride the dirty star in the chariot. Yeah. Because that's the thing, the Prince cards, they're all associated with the chariot. Because in the Thoth deck, and this is what, it's based on, right? The Thoth deck. So he's a chariot rider, yeah? It's sex, it's talking about sex most of the time. And then there's the 4 of Cups. So there's this, well, it says luxury, but really, it's to do with, it's self-serving disinterest. Self-serving disinterest. Really. It's called luxury in that deck. It could be someone who's not interested. They're like, nah. They're standoffish. They're unhappy. They don't want to. It's self-serving disinterest. I would say. And then we have the Emperor and Death. So like I said, Death is associated with, it's a Scorpio card. So yeah, and it's to do with, death and transformation. Isn't that interesting? Because obviously, it's death and transformation. And, I told you about the Aeon card, which is to do, it's connected with Pluto. Pluto's connected with Scorpio. Scorpio. The Aeon, as you know, and it's got all that. You know, it's like the you know, it's the merging of male and female, and obviously I'm male and I'm female. Yeah, my mom's called Fee. God is a woman. I've dressed in drag before. Yeah, when I was younger. Yeah, that's right. I probably still have a photo of it somewhere. In fact, it's probably on my Facebook page. So, yeah, that's a long time ago. You know, I loved people. I loved all kinds of people. And where's it led to? Where has it led to? Yeah, everyone hates me because I'm the truth. I'm God. The only reason anyone ever wanted to get close to me was to steal my power. I can't trust anybody in this world. That's the truth. I'm the truth. And that's the truth. Okay? So, what's this reading saying? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know, y'all. It's saying many things. It's saying many, many things all at once. Because that's how tarot is designed. And that's the thing, you know, all these tarot readers who think that they can give you you know, a very specific message, they're blowing smoke up your ass. That's what they're doing. Oh, excuse me a second. Hang on a second. Oh, I knew that was coming. Oh, it's going to be a stinker, that one. I had a lot of pizza last night. I had pizza. I had 2 pizzas, actually. I had 2 pizzas. Well, I had a small pizza and a big pizza. Well, I still got a couple of slices though. I had some potato wedges. Yeah, it was quite a feast. Anyway, whatever, right? So what we got here? Prince of Wands, Princess of Discs, Prince of Cups, the Devil. So, you know, that to me suggests, you know, people having sex, doing sex magic, being devils, yeah? And then there's the Justice card. 6 of Cups, so that's to do with tender, sweet connections. And then there's the Universe card. So, this is the thing, right? So, either the world, that's the thing, you know, people need to love me, I'm good, right? People need to have tender, sweet, loving connections with me. I'm God. I created everybody. I created the universe. Okay? If people can't love me, then death and destruction is all that's going to happen. Okay? And then there's the High Priestess, the Hermit, the Star, Temperance, 8 of Cups, 4 of Discs, Knight of Wands, 7 of Swords, 7 of Discs, Knight of Cups, 9 of Cups, 3 of Wands, 4 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 8 of Wands, 7 of Wands, the Mage, Prince of Discs, 4 of Cups, the Emperor, Death. So, you know, how do I read this? So, obviously, you know, there are people in society, yeah, Prince of Wands, Prince of Discs, Prince of Cups, the Devil, okay? So, people doing sex magic, you know, there's the Justice card. So people are doing, in the society, are doing sex magic, okay? There needs to be justice, okay? I'm God, I'm the bringer of death and destruction. Either people love me or they don't. Okay? If people are going to love me, then things will get better. If people don't love me, things will get worse. Okay? So Six of Cups, the Universe, the High Priestess, the Hermit. So there's that connection, you know, because the High Priestess, okay, so Aaliyah Dana Houghton, yeah, the shit demons, yeah, they're associated with that number 2. So she's basically a piece of poo. So the next time you look at, that's the thing, I look at my shit and I think, oh look, there's the High Priestess. Yeah? And then, you know, Hermit. The Hermit, so I'm a hermit. I'm in the house all the time, learning about magic, learning about how to fix all these problems. But the hermit in magic, he enters into the cave. And that's the thing, in the book of Revelation, it talks about those who hide in the caves of the mountain. Don't they? They hide in the caves of the mountain, and they pray, they ask for the rocks to fall on them, don't they? The rocks to fall on them, to hide them from the wrath of the Lamb that sits on the throne. Yeah? And so Hermits is associated with Virgo, and Virgo is associated with material matter. 10 of discs, 10 of pentacles. So that is, it's the maximum number of dirt, soil, material, crap. So the piece of shit hides in the cave. The star, here's the star, yeah? So, the star, I'd explain to you, Aquarius, the dog star, Sirius. Dog is, it's talking about my butthole. It's more butthole magic. It's all butthole magic. It's trying to attack me. Temperance, yeah? Temperance, that's about alchemy and art. Graffiti, yeah? Graffiti. Archangel Michael. 8 of Cups. So that suggests, it's all about trying not to, it's about avoiding water. It's about disappointment. It's about walking away from water. Okay? That's the thing. The world wants what's dry. I'm God. I'm the fountain of living waters. Okay? Or at least I was the fountain of living waters. I suppose I don't really feel like being the fountain of living waters, if I'm being perfectly honest. So there's the 8 of Cups, yeah, the 4 of Discs, Knight of Wands, so he's the King of Wands, and then there's the 7 of Swords, 7 of Discs, that's work. Knight of Cups, 9 of Cups, 3 of Wands, 4 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 8 of Wands, 7 of Wands, the Magician, Prince of Discs, 4 of Cups, the Emperor, Death. So, it's basically everything that I've said, okay? It's very complex magic. It takes a lot of knowledge to really understand what that's saying. It says nothing and it says everything. That's the thing. It doesn't really say anything, but it does say something. It's how I understand how magic works. People are doing sex magic practitioners trying to steal my destiny, and the situation is what it is. I bring death and destruction. People either behave or they don't. People give me what I want. People give me my justice. Then the death and destruction. That's the thing. Things will get better if things in the world will improve. But if I don't get what I deserve, then things will only get worse. Okay. It's the same thing every time I do readings. It's always going to be that same message, because the cards are designed to attack me, and the situation is the same every fucking time. The situation hasn't changed, has it? So it's basically the same story again and again and again and again and again and again and again. I am the truth. So